We're going to be recording this game. I just started recording it right now, so we won't be missing any of this, and I'll have it uploaded in 1080p on YouTube shortly, so bear with me for the live broadcast excitement for the rest of this night, and then I will have these posted sometime midweek at the very latest.
I'm really surprised for the start for the item pickups by the supports. Each lane has a lot of kill potential. Leona, Caitlyn, and Sir Annie, they can both easily kill the other AD carry, but neither of them went for like a Doran shield, so they won't be able to be as aggressive.
And Doran shields are very popular that you see in LCS. In fact, a lot of supports, even in solo queue, pick them up. I know I do. Oh, as Neil hates a little face checking here. He's going to catch a Q. He's got the stun up. Adorable's going to take a little bit of damage. Going to catch the spider as well.
Trundle coming down. Let's see if they're going to try and start a fight here.
This could be our first 5v5 of the game at 1 minute 20 seconds in, but it seems like they're just going to back off. Drop a ward, probably at this river somewhere, and then just back off.
Neil really lucked out with that face check. Had there been just like 2 or 3 people on that bush, he would have died instantly.
Had a Mumu been able to chain together some CC as well. The rest of his team was behind him, but that was just it. They were behind him, like midway down the river, pretty much. So we're going to see kind of a standard start after that little bit of excitement. Elise and Ziggs actually going to counter jungle the red, but they've got a ward right there, so they're going to be able to see him go for it.
So we'll see if Mumu goes straight down.
He's got to.
Blue team straight down. He'll be way behind.
But blue team also has a ward down here, and I have to wonder if it's going to time out.
Yeah, it's a
it definitely is going to time out before Mumu actually shows me where. Trundle going down to try to stop the red invade, it looks like.
No, he will not make it time. That is not worth it.
They're ganging up on him right now. Revtraz might be in a little bit of trouble. Going to throw it on the auto attack. He's going to have to flash out. At least they got the flash.
Yeah, I don't think he didn't even need the flashback because it's Cassiopeia level 1, Trundle level 1. They don't really have any kill potential.
But Trundle did have the ignite, which I'm guessing is maybe what he was afraid of. I think Ziggs with... I
actually think he freaked out when he saw Ziggs because that's the second he flashed.
So his own teammate kind of scaring him a little bit there, potentially. We don't know for sure, but potentially that was the problem.
See, this game window a huge lead with being level 2 way before Trundle is.
Taking those cleavers to the face constantly. Still level 1 and he's halfway to level 2. That could have been a bad decision because they didn't get the first blood like they were looking for, obviously. So probably going to be a very rough lane for Trundle, though he is going to get to that point where he can just steal all kinds of resistances and be just fine.
He will eventually counter him, and it'll just take a bit. Like, the cleavers are going to be annoying. He's going to have some trouble early, but he does have a lot of sustain. That passive, giving him 2% of the health of everything that dies, will allow him to survive early.
Is that everything that dies, period, or just everything that he kills?
I think it's everything that dies, period, but I'm not sure. Because it's not like Chose, and Chose is only what he kills. So I think it's anything that dies around him, period.
Yeah, just around him within a certain radius.
Yeah, he gets 2% again.
Obviously, CSing around under the tower, that's going to be pretty good for him with the health pots going. And he's got a Doran's blade as if he needs more sustain.
Oh, look, they're going on Cass.
Satchel Charge. Oh, baits out the barrier.
Baits out the barrier, though. Not necessarily, but...
The Satchel Charge knocking them away, just missing it, I'd say, just barely.
And even with that, if Cocoon had hit, he would have been in some trouble, but... looks like he'll be fine. Just cost him his barrier. See, Flash still up, so he won't have to be that fast in the lane. That might end up being a really boring lane, though, as they both just like wave clear and then walk away. We'll see who's better about using the wave clear to actually roam around the map and make objectives happen.
But obviously, Cass brought out the barrier to try to counter out Ziggs, and while it's down right now in the lane, she doesn't have that counterplay, so Ziggs is probably going to be looking to get very aggressive with his auto attacks and his bombs. Gina throwing on that W and just trying to zone as much as she can. You know, saying fear the sun before you praise it.
Looks like they're going on Trundle. You got a cleaver. Oh, and that's
nice dodge on the Cocoon, but the Trundle pillar may be acting against him. That's going to be a first blood for Revtraz coming out of the jungle, which I think is probably the best thing because Mundo really with an extra kill isn't really that much scarier. It just helps him get tankier faster. Ooh.
Now Elise can use that gold bot, get her special at the bit sooner, and she can really put out damage on the other side of the map.
And right now, because of that, you know, the 300 gold lead against Amumu, he's just been pretty much farming right now. Oh, actually a little bit of action going down in mid lane as we see him chased off with that spider. I know as soon as I see a spider I freak out a little bit. He kind of had the same feeling there, though he's been dead for a very long time, so maybe his emotions are a little bit mixed.
Looks like bot lane Silver's out of mana too, so I wonder if she's gonna back or they're gonna have to start playing passively in lane.
Or just bait out a couple of abilities so she can get some mana back with her shield.
Oh, that is true. Alright, looks like Amumu's gonna run into a Lee Sin. Huh?
Did he get the... I think he got it. I think he got the wolf.
Nice.
You didn't see that one?
I missed it.
I think he got it. I don't think it's worth looking at the replay to find out, but...
We need to know who got Big Wolf guy.
It really, really matters right now.
Other than that, not a whole lot. Bots are just farming. Kate's standing really far back. I feel like she should be using her attack range to just abuse Sarah, but looks like she's scared right now. And now Mundo's going aggressive. If he hits a couple cleavers, he might be able to make something happen, but the pillars.
That's going to be a big shutdown in the middle. And we are looking at chat. I don't really understand what you're talking about. Switch 19 mod? I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. So we'll be looking for that update. Maybe helping us figure out something with OBS, maybe not. But look at this, Hermtastic getting quite a bit of damage. Actually baits out, or actually has to use the barrier as a durable. Just kind of went in there, caught a Zenith Blade and the W. I don't think Kate actually procced the passive. But for now, these lanes are basically just waiting until level 6. Until they get really aggressive. And as you see, Hermtastic getting some mana back with those Kate traps. Basically, as Caitlyn, if you put down traps in the Seaver lane, you're basically just saying have some free mana.
Yeah, if I'm Kate and I'm in this matchup, I always just use my traps. Like, I'll walk away and use them to get jungle coverage. Because there's really no point in putting them.
Yeah, you can put him in like this tri-ward here, you can put him in this brush down there.
He probably threw it down actually the second Leona landed her E so we could change the CC together, but it didn't actually set up in time, so she was able to walk away and use it for mana later.
If he did though, Leona hit the CC and this isn't spot lane obviously, but around in this portion, and he put the trap over here.
Yeah.
So maybe he was either trying to predict a flash or just, you know, maybe some kind of a miss there as Trundle duking it out with Mundo. Holy crap, the damage turning around right there. Throws down the ignite, but little bitty Mundo going to be able to get away from that big scary troll.
And now that he's out of mana, he's going to be he's going to have to back.
I never noticed that. Does Mundo's character size scale off of his health?
No, it's the Trundle's ult actually makes him a lot bigger.
Oh, okay.
To like just show like the added strength. See, does Mundo have ignite?
I didn't know that.
He does. Oh, he could have.
He does, but I don't think that would have been enough. It would have been just 200 health, and he didn't have that last cleaver off cooldown. So
still no update on this switch. Oh, he wants someone else to be the mod. I'm not.
I don't understand what he means
Oh,
by
and
that.
sorry,
But
I was gonna
oh,
say
the
that.
drone
Really
coming
good
down here, a lot of damage going down, but Mundo's going to be able to get out of it with the regen, I would say.
So close.
And we'll check out this wonderful matchup in mid for some reason. Directed camera very strong, and there's another free mana pool for Seaver.
Alright, also, can we look real quickly at what Cassiopeia's maxing? I'm wondering if it's her Q for wave clear or her E for sustained damage.
She takes out that Kate trap,
And she is
her
maxing
E.
E, so she's sacrificing the wave clear, so she will have more damage early on. Really interesting seeing how well she does at the first dragon fight, because I feel like whenever you have a Cassiopeia, she makes or breaks the game.
Yes, and that could be said about any mid lane. Ollie actually walks into a cocoon there, doesn't have Tibbers up quite yet, gets the flash. Red Cross flashes forward as well, but that's going to be a wasted flash. And waiting to turn on the tower to try to use that Zenith Blade, but they didn't quite get it.
They did get the exhaust off Leona though, which takes away some of their kill potential.
Oh, the ultimate going down there actually blocked out by the shield on Seaver. It doesn't take any damage for it. That wouldn't have killed Revtraz anyway.
No. But hey, you can't complain about free mana.
I mean, you can't... yeah, and you can't blame Kate for trying in that situation either.
She probably wasn't sure if it was used or not as they were chasing. Let's see. And Mundo's coming down. He just cleared Dragon, so if he could secure a kill, they could easily take it. And
Just dropping a ward.
Okay. Well...
We thought we were going to see some exciting things. This is
Oh,
an
she comes out.
interesting...
They're gonna catch her out here. Let's see.
Oh, Neil hates low. Might be in a little bit of trouble. The
Oh,
Zenith
he's
Blade's
dead.
gonna hit. This is gotta be a dead Neil hates low.
And he's looks like Amumu's holding onto his ult.
Exhausted hits the Piltover, so we see this combo coming out that actually missed several times in the first game that we saw Gina play, where walked away with like 30 health. That didn't happen in that case. The Piltover hit. The exhaust went down. A really nice exhaust. Right as the headshot actually procced, though. I feel like he probably could have still gotten the one auto attack down despite the exhaust, but he didn't want to prolong his auto attack cooldown so much by risking it when he knew he could get a net tilt over.
And she is just wasting her traps, but she puts down the trap for no reason, so her uses her spell shield too late, so it doesn't.
Yeah, it got the spell shield out of it, which doesn't cost any mana, but also didn't help her at all, as he still took all the damage. What's up with the new mod? What are you talking about? I never, unless you're talking about King. He was a friend of mine, and I gave him mod privileges because you were in game once, Brian. I don't know if that's what you're talking about or not. I don't know what he's saying. Switch 19 mod. I've never given him a mod before, so. As we try to sort out what exactly that meant, we'll go out of this team fight interface and back into looking at the CS numbers. Kate barely ahead in bot.
Overall golds, though, pretty much even a 100, 200 gold difference is nothing.
Yeah, so it's going to come down basically to the first one that gets the dragon, I would say. The first objective, I should change that to. It could be the first tower, depending on how long they want to take for this. Oh, a nice gank coming in here. The ultimate's going to be used. This Mundo is going to be taken down. That's going to be one kill, and a kill for Kate and a kill for Trundle. Those are on some pretty scary people to get to late game.
They both can get. They're both hyper carries. Both have hyper carry potential. Trundle, let's see what he actually builds. He's got the BAM scepter, so he's not rushing tankiness. I'm really curious if that's going to be Hydra for split pushing or for just general team fights.
And this is actually the same lane combo that we saw coming out of Adorable and Ollie last time. So you have to wonder when they're going to try to ban out either Leona or Kate, or maybe they're just not afraid of this combo right now, as they're not exactly getting a ton of kills right now, but they're also not falling behind by any means. Obviously, Kate, I would say, would be a comfort champ for Ollie.
And it's just a safe pick in general. You know, Kate doesn't have a bad matchup, so she's totally fine.
Yeah, nobody knows what that guy's talking about, and we haven't been able to find out yet. So don't actually ban anyone. Although we did call you Byron, and that's I've seen you kill a man for a lesser offense. So use your mod privileges as you see fit. But we need to get back to this game cover right now.
Cassiopeia's having a bit of trouble. I wonder if it's just like a basic Ziggs is better mechanically at CSing, or if she's getting shoved into tower because she doesn't have any points into her.
I mean, I think 6 is a higher elo. That doesn't necessarily mean much generally, but it does generally mean you're a little bit better mechanically at CSing at least. And that was a really long range on that boomerang. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah,
that was like
insane.
That was like a Caitlyn ultimate range. Just walking straight back when he threw it, I guess. Anyway.
We see Cassiopeia backing again. She's picked up 2 magic pen items, so she'll be doing a lot of damage in the next skirmish that happens. And it would not surprise me at all if they try and force a dragon. Level 9 Cassiopeia is terrifying. A good Curse the Sad Mummy, and then her, I think it's called Petrifying Gaze, would really wreck a small fight.
Petrifying Gaze, you are correct.
I used to be a mid lane main, and I played a lot of Cassiopeia.
I have never played her before ever, so yeah, I never really liked it.
I was so upset when Oslet started playing her in professional games. People realized how broken she was, and she eventually had to be nerfed.
That's always how it goes.
Oh, look who's going in on him. And she gets the stun. That's a huge stun. Big splash.
The barrier coming in there, they're trying to 1v1 each other. The poison just barely ticking down the ignite is not.
At the same time.
Hermtastic getting dove right, I guess getting a kill right there. Ollie getting dove, and it looks like Elise barely made it out of that one.
And also, while that was happening, Cassiopeia also died mid. I think the Ignite was down. It was just, she had like 10 HP, so 2 minions were able to auto attack her down to get the kill for Ziggs.
I think that as well, because when we left off, they were duking it out with their minions right there, and she had like 30 health. She might have freaked out and stepped a little too close to the tower as well. We never really know. I guess we could go back and look at it, but there's really no point. We should.
And meanwhile, is Amumu clearing wards? Is he clearing wards or trying to solo Dragon?
I think he's on Dragon right now. He's got it very, very low.
No vision there, so he's going to be able to take it.
Yeah, they did clear out the wards. I guess actually Blue Team was the one that cleared out the wards earlier, as you pointed out. We said Mundo was rolling down. They're going to try to battle it out up here in top lane yet again. Mundo, every time his ultimate goes on there, that Ignite goes on as well, but it's just barely not enough.
Yeah, it's a shame, because I really don't like to use the Ignite against Mundo unless I know I'm going to get the kill, because you really have no kill potential on the guy unless you can stop that regeneration. So like now in the next Amumu gank that comes up top, Mundo will probably be able to get out of it.
You say that Billy died to minions and we missed it. We didn't really miss it. We knew what happened. We just didn't show it to spare Billy the embarrassment.
Ooh, that.
Flashing for this, didn't even get the entire ultimate channel down there, trying to get in range for the bandage toss. The turnaround is just insane right there. Curse of the Seven Lemon didn't go down. Meanwhile, Neil hates low, just 2v2'd and died right there.
That was a bad call mid. Mumu tried diving when he was only at like 3 bars. That was a horrible decision. And when he went under tower, he instantly died. And Ziggs was able to use his whole burst on Cassiopeia.
And I want to see... When I saw it, Cassiopeia got away from that, so I don't know what happened. So after this gank, I'm actually going to go down there. As they're diving Hermtastic, the Zenith Blade is going to come down there. The exhaust being thrown down as well. Ollie is going to be just fine.
Yeah, with exhaust, she wasn't really able to defend herself at all.
Okay, so we're going to go back in this real quick. We're going to look at what happened at this dive. We're going to slow us down just a little bit. Hits the Curse of the Sad Mummy, gets the tower hit on him. Right here, and then it's going to go back to mid. But we want to watch this.
She goes back in for the kill.
Goes back in to try to kill him, and then Ziggs just turns it around. As I believe you said, story of Billy's life. Very unfortunate there. And Seaver obviously just got a little too cocky there, so we're going to jump to live again and see if anything's happened since then. Okay, so that was the one kill that we didn't have right there then.
We didn't miss it.
That was just a Seaver dive. Okay.
So they took mid tower. Let's see if they're gonna rotate mid and try and push that down too, so they can get more global gold. I don't know how well that would work though, because of Ziggs' wave clear. They might end up just keep trying to push bot and
You can't really siege against the Ziggs, to be honest. It's very difficult.
What's going on?
Mundo proxy farming right here. Gonna be caught out. I don't know if he's gonna be going down from this. The beautiful Trundle pillar just slows him down and puts him in a bad spot. Makes him a very, very tiny Mundo and makes it a very, very large troll. Mumu's gonna flash for that. We're gonna go back to this action, but I don't think anything's gonna happen from it. The Ignite was down and the ultimate was running, so we can just walk out of that.
Yeah.
Chad is just having just an interesting day right there. They felt over clearing out those minions fairly well. Kate also has some pretty good wave clear. Not quite Ziggs level wave clear, but I don't think she's going to have much of a problem defending off against this siege, even 2v1, unless Annie flash triggers and they dive her. But Flash isn't up quite yet, though exhausted. No hits lol, taking a shot to the face, but then throwing down
Oh, the W. I forget what the spell is called. I want to say Incineration?
Yes. Yes, I think that's what it is. Flame something. Incinerate. Okay. Close enough. We're too pro. We know that. We know all about these abilities and stuff.
But Mundo already has a Sunfire cape, so that will make laning a lot easier. And Leona misses a clutch E. That would have been a free kill for them. So they were nowhere near her to be able to defend her.
However, Trundle has Boots of Swiftness and a Spectral... Spectre's Cowl? Yeah.
Yes.
So he's going to have quite a bit of magic with this from these Mundo cleavers, and he's going to be quite fast to actually chase down this Mundo. The Ignite's not up, or he's choosing not to use it, at least in the situation. Waiting for the ultimate to run out. Maybe saw the spider creeping up on him, but I don't know how with no wards.
No, yeah, he didn't have a ward. I guess that was just like he realized he couldn't kill her, so he backed off.
Him.
Oh yeah, couldn't kill her, so he backed off. So let's see, it looks like purple team's grouping up around mid. They're going to try and take that tower, but as I said, Ziggs with like his landmine and Q, I don't see them being that successful unless they get a really good dive off.
Oh, the cocoon barely missing there. That would have been Boss Man's death.
So even though purple team's bot lane is... Oh, and there's the Flash
The
Timber!
Flash Timber's going down there. The Timber's into the Ziggs ultimate like I called earlier. Charmtastic trying to spell shield that, but he's going to be going down that poison. Nice dodge out there from Adorable. Both of these guys are really low. Delise is going to dodge everything there.
Ziggs gonna pick up the kill though with his Q, and
Ziggs gonna dodge it out! Still uses the barrier. Dubious Jukes getting juked, ironically enough. So it was, all in all, still a 3-for-1. Totally worth, and they got a mid lane tower. So this game just became very interesting.
Yeah.
Gold totally even now from that dragon, aside from the 100.
Yeah, and Ziggs just... So Ziggs got a double kill, triple kill. He's at 5 kills, so he's gonna be really strong now, and that's gonna be a problem.
As for, I'll get to that right after this. Nothing's actually going to happen there, of course. Both just very tanky, but Frontal kind of a tank killer, honestly.
Yeah. It's really good, and he's working towards that board. Once he gets that, it'll make him slightly better. But I'm wondering how long they're both going to stay up there, because I'm assuming Trundle's going to want a team fight because he's going to be able to make Mundo much less useful. But here's a gank, and let's see if they're able to land their CC. Oh, and a miss.
Hits the slow immediately. The Banish Toss is going to miss. However, the Ignite's going to be ticking down. The ultimate, not up for Mundo there, I don't believe.
Well, regardless, there's an Ignite on him.
Yeah, even if he would have gotten that, it would have been very, very tough for him to get out of that. And Trundle, with those boots of swiftness that he's got, yeah, I was probably going to be able to chase that down anyway. So Mundo, though he didn't have flash up, just kind of sticking to his fate. Didn't even burn Ignite. So that's up for the next team fight. Whereas Trundle's Ignite is down. And that is the only Ignite on the team. So that's the only way they can even shut down Mundo.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Because Cass took barrier in mid, and obviously Kate's not going to take Ignite in bot lane, and Leona took exhaust. And this is looking like a second dragon right there. The first one was a very sneaky dragon. The Ziggs bomb was just a couple of seconds away from stealing that, but outplayed by Smite.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I just realized that Cassiopeia picked up her Torment, so she's going to be really strong, so they needed to force that fight at that moment. It paid off for him.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Cass doesn't actually have any healing reduction, just damage over time, right?
No, just dots. It would have been nice for her to pick up Morello's, but...
I was going to say, I couldn't see her doing that, though, as she doesn't really feel like she needs that right now. It's just going to go towards kind of the standard build path, I guess, which I don't normally see Lissandra's Torment first item on many casts.
It's good on her. It's good because it's a dot damage and applies on every dot. And she has a free slow in her kit, which doubles the damage. It's a strong item, but I don't rush it on her. I actually prefer to rush Tier for the barrier from Sapphire's Embrace, as well as just like having mana, which is a big issue for her.
And I mean, she's already got the barrier, so maybe she feels she doesn't need the Embrace quite as early. I went with the early arm guards, despite the fact that Ziggs doesn't actually have much attack damage. So maybe if she would have rushed a little bit more damage instead. I mean, I don't really see many situations where she's going to need that extra armor, because really the only one with any bit of AD is Sivir, and then Mundo with the auto attacks, which that's not really too scary.
It's got to be for the actions, basically. For its active, but I don't think it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see it. And Mundo and Trundle going to be battling it out yet again. Both taken very low. One cleaver's going to hit. Trundle's not really afraid of anything though, and this has just been a tough matchup for Mundo. And they're going to go right back at it. Kingsbane losing out this time. He's going to be taking a lot of damage. He's going to try to get out of there. He's going to miss. Oh, actually flashes, but he misses the cleaver. Going to dodge out another cleaver, but this is just a matter of time, I think. One more cleaver, and then that's going to be the kill.
Yeah.
Still have the Sunfire, and with the Sunfire and the W, that's a lot of damage. Adorable with a nice dodge there. Basically on accident by the looks of it, but let's give her some credit. She meant to do it.
I don't know what they're trying to do here. They're just like awkwardly positioned defending the non-existent dragon. I'm assuming they're going to go down and try and take that in a second.
And Brian, I am drinking a glass of water because I am going to be at this for another game after this, and I tend to get very excited, and sometimes my voice can't handle it. And I don't want to be all, you know, crackly voiced, giving you guys yet another thing to make fun of me for, which I'm sure you wouldn't hesitate to do. Asshole.
And with that top tower, the gold is exactly even again, just 100 difference. Oh, and Cocoon!
Oh, nice Cocoon landing there. Leona trying to save her, but that's a whole bunch of damage. Leona actually in a little bit of trouble herself. The Curse of the Sad Mummy coming in there at least repels onto her. Bossman trying to do the best that he can, trying to take out Nubius Jukes. The stun's going to be coming out from Neil Hates Lol. He's going to get to the back. The Ignite's not going to tick down.
But here comes
They might be able to
Cassiopeia.
get into this. Cassiopeia with the cleanup.
Oh,
Picks up 1, picks up 2, picks up 3. Can she pick up 4? It's just a matter of time.
Oh, she's got
Holy
it!
crap, she's got the quadra kill. And Leona and Amumu both make it out of that. That was quite a turnaround. And this game just swung in a completely different direction again. Oh my gosh.
I was worried. Like, at first they were in trouble because Cassiopeia was nowhere near in a position to respond, but they just dove for so long she was able to lock down there.
And they didn't even try to really focus anyone in particular. They were just trying to put down as much damage onto the minions, trying to proxy farm that when Cassiopeia was just coming in at the perfectly right time, or perfectly wrong time if you ask Blue Team.
3 of them are just walking into the tri-brush to get out, and she's there with her ult.
Yeah, so picks up the quadra kill, gets a free mid tower. Kate with that static shiv. Everybody's got a bit more gold now because of that mid tower. Dragon going to be up in 1 minute 47 seconds, and I don't suspect that Blue's going to be able to contest this one either. They don't have the timer on it.
No, I don't believe they do. They'll see the icon.
Well, I mean, it was never taken down an award. If they do have the timer on it, it's...
Yeah, they'll know when it's back up, I believe.
Actually, the Ziggs bomb did come down, so they might have the timer on this.
Yeah, they do.
That's actually... That's right. Does Ziggs bomb give vision? Obviously, you would have had to have had it warded to know that.
Yeah, they knew Dragon was going down. Also, another thing to note is Mundo just finished up Thornmail, so if he stays top, Trundle probably won't be able to 1v1 him anymore. Even with Bork, he'll be taking too much damage and duels to really be able to keep it up.
And it's not like Mundo takes a particularly high amount of damage anyway. He's just getting tanky now. He's got the Sunfire, the Thornmail, the Boots, and now he's building towards his Spirit Visage. Spirit Visage, whatever it is. Oh, it was Jeremy. Well, you're Brian to me anyway. It's okay. Just like Neil was Steve from McCallan, and that was a nice flash.
Yeah, the Cassiopeia, 1 Q and 1 Fangs took the tank down to about half HP. That is really scary.
I wouldn't really call Elise a tank at this point. She's not really that tanky.
Yeah.
She's going more for the ability power build right now. She's got the spirit of the Elder Golem, but she's also got the Sword Shoes and just no real statistics, like no resistances. She's got the little bit of health from the scary mask she's got.
But regardless, that's their front line. If Cassiopeia can kill that in like 3 or 4 spells, they're gonna have a problem.
And we are seeing this dragon dance going down right now. Usually it's a Baron dance, but with this team, you know, it's a dragon dance. It's totally worth it. And they're gonna start this dragon. They're gonna bring it out, and this could be gone way before Cassiopeia actually picking it up. This is gonna be the sign to go in. A beautiful Tibbers! A beautiful Tibbers on 3 of them, followed up by the Ziggs ultimate. The Curse of the Sad Mummy picking up 3 though, followed up by the Cassiopeia ultimate. Neil Hates Lol could be in a little bit of trouble here. The Execute coming in for Elise, and that's a 3 for 1 or 3 for none, but they did get Dragon on purple team, so yet again the gold pretty close.
Yeah, I'm questioning why they're not immediately pushing for a tower. They know there are only 2 people left, and they're both really low. I'd use this opportunity to at least get some damage or push a lane.
And I think they were both recalling on a ward, no less, but the rest of their team also recalling in an early home guards out of Annie. That's questionable. Doesn't really need the defense. Maybe just wants to get into the team fights faster, but you can put that 475 gold towards something else, like she's already got the finished
Aegis
up.
would be phenomenal against this Cassiopeia.
Yeah, she's already finished up the Ruby Sightstone as well, which you actually said you don't really need to do.
No,
that's a 6. I think it's 625 total.
Yeah, like that gold right there is almost Aegis. Yeah.
Plus the 475 that she just used on home guard. That's definitely getting her very close there. And I think the resistances right there would be definitely more beneficial than just a little bit of a home guard. She does have the Talisman of Ascension as well, so she's looking to just be that fast initiation, just looking to get off the platform as quickly as she can and then get to the team fights, but I think that goal could have been used better elsewhere.
Also, one thing to note, Cassiopeia didn't finish the Zonias. She got the arm guard, but she went straight into Death Cap afterwards. That might have just been her realizing, oh, I've got 4,000 gold, I guess I'll buy Death Cap.
Or maybe her realizing that the arm guard wasn't such a good choice and just saying, I'll hold off on this Zonia's. I'm not really being the focus of the damage right now. Though with an AoE team, it's hard to not be the focus of damage. But I don't think she really needs the Zonia's right now. I think the Death Cap benefits her more because she is snowballing a little bit more. After that Quadra kill, I'm sure she thought, okay, I need to go damage, not so much defensive. Which is what probably opted her to get the Death Cap, which she's getting 88 ability power extra for. So pretty nice pickup.
This siege is going to be really strange, because as you just saw, one Cassiopeia W completely cleared the entire wave before it got to the tower. And then with Kate traps, you just really can't dive that.
And then one Ziggs W is going to clear the wave in the other way.
Yeah.
So
this is going to be a long...
So that's generally when you see a siege in this in the mid lane, you look towards the top and bottom lanes, both of which, well, obviously top lane, there's still a tower that purple team can get, whereas in bot lane, they're gonna try to hard engage this right now, but Cassiopeia just wave clearing all these minions, and the static shift procs coming out of Caitlyn. That's hard to siege on, and in the top lane, these minions are gonna be taking down this tower. It's got like a 3/4 of its HP left, so they're trying to stall this out in mid lane, but Mundo's going up top. He's not going to be the fool. No teleports yet, so this is going to be a 5v4 in mid, and I wouldn't be surprised if purple team just sees Mundo top and then immediately tries to go in on it. Leona can dive in so hard. That's exactly what they're doing. Revtraw's a nice repel there, but I don't think he's going to be going anywhere. The Q is going to be caught immediately. A nice Tibbers coming out there, but I don't think it's going to be much. The pulse over, or the Ace in the hole is going to be coming out there anyway, and that prediction.
Good one. And Ziggs was back for that too, so like they really didn't have a chance there.
Yeah, I mean that was just a matter of time. I'm sure anyone probably could have seen that one.
And now we're going to see the wave clear in the other direction. Kate and Ziggs the waves.
And that's going to be a 3 mid
They
tower.
just base
I mean, I think Amumu's to the point now, as long as he doesn't take too many cleavers, he can tank a tower fairly easily. Actually, not really any armor at all. I don't know who was tanking that, as 2 Spirit Visages coming out there.
I'm trying to understand the Visage on Amumu.
I know. Maybe just trying to amplify his passive healing. But that doesn't really... There's no heal to be received from the rest of it, and I mean, obviously that's just to try to counter out Ziggs a little bit.
Unless the 10% CDR is just not worth not getting Banshees. I don't know.
I think Banshees would have been a better pick there, as you can kind of block out Tibbers potentially, if that's the first one. However, there is a lot of AP damage on blue team, which is why he's getting the Spirit Visage.
Well, yeah.
Because he knows with that Chain Vest he's getting could be a throw up Sunfire with what he's got.
He's got a
yeah, with what he's got in the inventory, never mind. He's just trying to block out as much of the ability damage as he can, though I think there are better ways to do that for cheaper than with Spirits.
But it looks like maybe they're trying to use I think Annie just missed the Tibbers.
Reptron took huge damage there. Ace in the Hole is going to be going down. Curse of the Sad Mummy as well. Needle Hate Small going to be taken down here pretty early. Elite's going to be repelling into that. Maybe the wrong target there. Has the red buff. Not going to be able to finish that off just yet. Mundo's going to be in there trying to take out Ollie as quickly as he can. Oh, the Trundle. Blade of the Rune King stealing as much as he can. What a thief, that troll. And dodging out that cleaver fairly nicely. They're just trying to do the best that they can right there. That was a 1-for-1 support for a mid laner. I'd say worth for blue team.
And without Cass there, they still have Caitlyn, but their wave clear for the most part is gone. So
it's basically coming down to a limited amount of Piltover Peacemakers based on her mana and the static shift procs, which she can't get consistently within one wave. You can get it once on the first wave that comes in, maybe again within that wave, and then just depending on how much she moves when she attacks. But there's a lot of wave clear down, obviously, when Cassiopeia is down.
They actually have to try.
Yeah, they actually have to go, oh, let's auto-attack something now.
Looks like Dragon's back up, so they're trying to get that in before blue team goes with Mundo top.
Purple team gonna be the 4th dragon of the game right now.
Oh, I hope they don't go in on this. Mundo's still top.
Leona has the ultimate up. She's gonna be diving in there. She's gonna be getting a lot of Ziggs damage going down there. Solar Flare still up, not being, or actually used in that engagement. Revtron's gonna be in a little bit of trouble. The pull to, or the ace in the hole. I keep calling it pull to Peacemaker. Revtron's repelling to the Wraiths. Might not get out of this though. That's a curse of Mummy.
Yeah.
Though it's not the ultimate.
Had Mundo been there, they could have cleaned that up. I think Cassiopeia got dropped down to like 1 bar because Ziggs got his ult off.
However, Mundo's going to be proxy farming this, trying to take the tower, but Cassiopeia is going to be there with 1 W to wave clear. Mundo split push, not working out exactly as they wanted when Cassiopeia can just solo you whenever she needs to.
And there, Mundo blows his ignite on Cass. I wonder if that was just like panic, thinking Cass is going to go on.
I think it was just trying to get her to back away. I think she was going more for the minions to try to reduce some of that damage they were taking on the tower, but just trying to scare him away. And then Amumu's going to be roaming up here, and he's got a long ways to walk. And he's going to be taking % damage of his health the entire way, though he does have a Spectre's Cowl. I don't think he's got enough magic to get out of this.
Does Amumu have Rivalize? I feel like he was slowed a lot. Or
Amumu does not.
Neither does Cass.
I don't actually know what would have been slowing him there, unless Amumu had a red
I
buff.
think that might have just been me, I guess.
No. Amumu doesn't even have red buff, so I don't know what would have been slowing him unless it was a cast
The
slow.
Cass W would have slowed him, but I guess it was on more than I thought. It just seemed like he was like slow. Yep, she picks up her Zonius, that's all she has.
I thought maybe that gave some kind of a slow that I didn't know about, but that's not even the case.
Let's see, blue team pushing up mid, but still not much happening. Open inhibitor for purple, so like in the mid lane, so they don't have...
That's basically just because they let them have that. They're just like, you know, we don't need this inhibitor yet. We'll wait.
It's nice because now they don't have to deal with the tower anymore. Let's see if they try and force something there. But they have to be careful because the goalie isn't so huge at every fight they win. One mistake and they can get aced and it'll go the other direction.
Yeah, I mean, they've been taking a lot of objectives, and they're now actually up in turrets for, I believe, the first time in the game. Blue's been doing fairly well at taking turrets. However, purple team, now with that wave clear that they've got, is going to repel most of the only way that blue team's found to get gold so far. And with Leona, Cassiopeia, and the team comp that they have, you just can't really win a team fight. As they have short cooldown, high CC ultimates that are just always up whenever you try to team fight, and you can't really counter that out. I mean, what do they have to really counteract it? They've got the Tibbers into the Ziggs ultimate. That's about it. Yeah. They don't actually have that much CC. They're looking for the catch with the Elise. They're trying to get the Cocoon and then the % health damage as much as they can. But that's not really a reliable initiation.
It's pretty much going to be whoever initiates on the other team is going to win that fight. Barring some type of miscommunication where one person isn't there, whoever gets called...
trying to sit in the fog of war here, seeing what he can do. The Ziggs bombs haven't actually been hitting that much. They've been dodging him out really nicely. I'm not going to say that Ziggs has been missing them because he really hasn't. They've been on point. They've just been sidestepping them.
Blue team's trying to get aggressive.
They're going to be looking for an initiate right here. Both of the talismans of Ascension have been popped, and since Leona popped hers last, that's a little bit longer. But they've caught the boss man with the Cocoon, the Solar Flare hitting onto almost no one. A lot of damage going down there. Leona going to the back line, trying to take down Hermtastic. That's going to be a lot of damage going down onto her. The barrier and the flash. It's a 1-for-1 right now. Elise picks up a kill. Can't get the damage onto that. Billy is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Pops the barrier. Billy's going to be going down, and it's just a matter of time. The Zonias can't save him forever. 3 for 2 right now. Trundle managed to pick up a kill in the back line there. And now Trundle's going to be going into this, so it could be a 3 for 3 right now.
Ziggs gets the Kate, so they lose their damage potential. Let's see if they turn this back.
The 3 for 3. Leona's going to be going into there. Trundle's going to be able to pick up the kill. And that's a very chaotic team fight, but one that purple team won. Just barely, and now they are probably going to be able to get an inhibitor off of this, though they're going towards Baron.
No.
Obviously just going towards that top lane tower, I would say, not trying to go for Baron. Maybe they're going to stop by this blue buff. just to deny a little bit of jungle. But it looks like they're just going for this tower, which is being cleared out as we speak, and there's not much of a wave right there. So they're probably going to be trying to tank this. Oh yeah. Well, I didn't know the minions had been putting that much damage down on it. So they're going to get that tower. I would say they had enough time to go down mid and get the inhibitor.
I want to see if they rush Baron or if they see Mundo pushing out bottom. Everyone isn't up yet, but he will definitely not be able to respond.
No teleport. Leona's going to back, but I would almost say if they're going to cancel this at the last second, then try Baron. Oh, Amumu's just going to get his red buff. I don't think...
You see, that fight was strange, and everyone died so far apart that, like, Kate Drake is just coming up now. So it's kind of tricky. It's Mundo back, so or just didn't back, but he went up from bot lane, so...
And Elise very good at stealing Barons with that Q smite.
Yeah.
You can put down so much more damage than the other jungler, and they have to be on point with those smites. So she's got the repel to get in or out if she needs to, and I would say blue team or purple team, realizing that they're in the gold lead right now, probably just don't want to risk a Baron where they could potentially lose the game. We saw in the LCS today a Baron caught somebody the game. Leona's going to be trying to initiate on this. She's going to catch a Q. Reptile's going to be in a little bit of trouble. The Zenith Blade going to be going down. Mumu catches a Q. Beautiful curse to the Sam only catches 2. Cassiopeia is going to be flashing in there. Mundo going to be in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to be going down. Reptile's right in the middle, trying to get as much damage down as he can. This is going to be potentially the first purple team win that we've seen, and just a beautiful team fight again coming out of purple team.
Ziggs wasn't there,
this
so
time
they just got obliterated. It was a 4v5, so they really didn't have a chance.
And this is just a battle of the team comps, I would say. We're just... Purple team has more consistent AoE. Even if Leona misses her first Zenith Blade, she still has the Q. She still has the W, which isn't CC, I know, but it's a slow... It lets her get tankier, and it applies the passive, which is more important, because at this point, Kate... She's got the IE, she's got the Static Shiv, she's got the Bloodthirster Last Whisperer, and she's almost on her last item. She's 1 crit and 1 Leona passive away from killing whoever is squishy on their team at any point, and this is going to be a free Baron. So now that they've won the team fight, they know Elise can't steal it. They're going to go for that Baron, and now that their mid inhibitor is down, they're probably going to be rotating bot lane by the looks of it, going towards that dragon.
So they picked up an inhibitor, 3 kills, and then Baron and Dragon. We're just going to swing the gold lead in their favor. Yeah, now they're up 10k. But this is a 40-minute game, so it's not as significant. But the Baron buff's going to make trying to siege up on
And
tower.
Kate looking like she could she's probably going to be able to finish this Banshee's Veil, as I assume she's going for.
It's BV
on her
or
next back.
GA. Either one works, really. It's just preference.
I would say possibly with what she's got going for her right now, I would say Banshee's Veil. I could be wrong. It could just come to... She's not buying anything right now.
She's walking back, actually, instead of...
She's sitting onto an 1800 chunk of gold. We're going to see what she picks up here as her next item, if anything.
She might just not have enough gold to finish anything up. Which makes me think...
She picked up a red pot.
How much gold does she have right now, actually?
She has 1,500.
Okay, so she's going for GA, because if she was going for Banshee's Veil, she would have bought Spectre's Call, so... Waiting on that one.
Which I think Banshee's Veil wouldn't be necessarily a bad call in this situation, but she doesn't want to get focused down, and really with the burst that the blue team has, GA is a pretty good item, because Ziggs, he's going to use all of his burst on you, and though he does still have quite a bit of damage from his passive auto attacks and such, basically he's a burst heavy champion. Seaver, she's relying mostly on those crits to burst you down very quickly. Annie, obviously a burst heavy champion, so GA is going to counter out a lot of this team.
I'm really questioning Neil's call to get a Rod of Ages. That item needs 10 minutes to really get the bang for the buck, and that's just not going to happen in this game. I really feel like
he just got it.
Yeah,
too.
that was not worth it. Aegis would have been such a better choice. If you really wanted damage, I feel like a Void Staff would have been the way to go.
I know, because they've got so much magic resist. You need some way to get through. You've got 2 Spirit Visages and 2 Null Magic Mantles, plus Leona, who's got a whole bunch of anything whenever she wants, and she's got the Locket of the Iron Solari. I would say, obviously Neil and Gina, I would think would have been one of the featured matchups in this bot lane. That's who I was looking forward to, at least. Revtraz and Bossman, very good junglers though. So it could have been the matchup anywhere really. But I would say in terms of the support matchup, Gina probably just outclassed Neo in terms of itemization.
Yeah, she's got Locket. They both got Spectral. They both got Lock. Or no. Yeah, Leona has Locket. They both have the support item. But Leona also
Talisman
has
of
Crucible.
Ascension.
Or yeah. And Leona also has the Crucible though, so she'll be able to get Kate out of CC if let's say Annie flash tibbers her or Elise gets Cocoon.
And that's a very powerful item right now because they only have 2 champions with CC. And if you can Talisman of Ascension one of those huge initiations like an Elise Cocoon or a Tibbers, Kate's going to be able to tilt over Peacemaker or 90 caliber net out of that very easily. Still with Flash and Barrier, this is going to be a very safe AD carry. And I'm questioning the decision here. Trundle obviously can't be 1v1'd, I would say. So put him in bot lane. Let the mid inhibitor, it's back up now, but let mid push out, put Trundle in bot lane, and then go top lane, just apply pressure in all lanes. It's actually not the computer. Big initiation right here. Curse of the Stem Limit catches 2. Annie doesn't even get Tibbers out in that fight, and ooh, the Zig's ultimate going down there. The Zanya's gonna be right in the middle there. At least gonna be repelling it. Might be able to get 2 if she can. Oh, this is not gonna get 2. She does have the GA. This is gonna be popped. Maybe Spider Form repel real quick to get out of this. Just gonna not get through the ball.
And I didn't see why, but Kate, both Silver and Ziggs backed up. I wonder if they were chasing down a Mumu at the end of that, because they were nowhere near in position to respond to them going on Elise.
I don't know why you guys love quoting me so much. I feel like I don't even say that many stupid things, really. But still. And as for that,
oh wow, 1 Kate crit, 2 auto attacks, pretty much killing Ziggs.
And the tilt over Peacemaker almost taking him all the way down. Not quite. We've seen that a couple of times before.
So it looks like now they're rotating top after getting that mid inhibitor again, but they're just going to get the opportunity to take the tower. They won't actually get
tier
to the base.
2.
Yeah,
they're not going to be able to get that inhibitor, but look at the bot lane wave for blue team. That's giving them a lot of vision right there, as it's pushed up all the way to their tower. It's not going to take anything, I would say, because the wave's not quite large enough just yet. I'll check the health on that, but
it's almost there.
Actually, it might. It depends if this cannon minion can really make it there in time.
I mean, Cassiopeia's gonna play that.
Yeah, never mind. Never mind. It was a chance.
Let's see what she decides to do. She might just slow push the wave, where if you even out the wave and then just kill the back row minions, you'll set it up and slowly push, and like that's how you get the biggest waves possible.
Yeah, you just kill 1 or 2 of the melees.
Or yeah, you just kill the melees, and or shoot, I think you just kill the caster minions, because the melees are actually tankier, but they don't do as much damage, so it forces your minions to sit there longer. So, back to the stalemate. People are clearing their buffs and getting ready for another fight, which I assume would be bot lane, because that inhibitor gives the most Baron control for whoever takes it. But with Baron up in 50 seconds, they might avoid that.
And to answer your question, I do live off campus. My bottleneck, yes. There definitely are, because everyone's so active at Truman with their internet. They get a lot more bandwidth devoted to them, and they still manage to use it all. And then the areas around Truman, because everybody's basically supplied by Cable 1 around here for the most part.
It looks like there's the initiation happening both.
I'll get back. Both using Talisman, just kind of scaring each other away, and I think they have the upper hand on Purple Team without the Talisman, because they don't really need the flash initiations.
Okay, let's see, who has flash up? Does Annie have hers? That might be a big deal for the next fight. Yes, she does. So she can initiate the next one with the flash tibbers, which would go a lot, like, because they almost went even in the last fight. I think it was 2 for 3, and that's with Annie doing nothing.
So
and this is embarrassing.
Blue team baiting this brush while purple team baiting this Baron. I think the purple team gets the advantage in that one, but blue team showing a lot of patience.
I think that's them not having the Baron timer at all.
They have samurai-like patience right now, and now that they notice that the entire team is up top, they go, wait, maybe this rape brush isn't going to really pan out the way we want it to.
Like, there's no reason. Well, yeah.
You know, maybe they're just waiting.
Yeah.
They're just waiting for purple team to go, okay guys, let's go find him so we can get somebody a pentakill. And then they're going to face check the wrong brush. Somebody's going to go, oh, you walked into the wrong neighborhood. And then all of them are going to be out on it.
Like, I guess... Like,
Free inhibitor!
Okay, give free...
They haven't moved yet! Why are they not
I
moving?
think their thought process is they're going to give them that inhibitor for free. They're going to rotate down bot for the third inhibitor. And that's where they get them. But
And they're
I'm
gonna
pretty sure
catch
they're
him
just
out.
going to go for the Nexus, or they're going to face it.
And this is
That's kind of
GG.
Alright.
Okay, so...
What's an anticlimactic?
Oh my
I'm
god.
sure there's some face palms happening on that end of the
Words
camera.
cannot describe what just happened there.
That really just happened.
That really just happened.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
that's the
so
second game.
the first purple team victory ever to be had in the TCS came from a 15-minute rate brush that they tried to set up in bot lane.
Well, they have
I
like-
can't even say anything right now.
I want to say that well, it definitely cost them the game, but it might not. It really, there was a huge lead for the other team anyway. They had a chance, but it just wasn't the best.
That cost them the game